I feel like I should start opening these things up with like a joke or something. I'm in need of a haircut. Luckily, I have a good friend who can fix up the hair. Might even make a vlog out of it. We'll see. Stay tuned. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And as always, thank you for taking time out of your day to be a part of mine. And if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps me out and it gives you an opportunity to stay tuned on when I post new videos. My videos are kind of all over the place. I mean, we talk about photography stuff, videography stuff. It's an educational session. I talk about things that I do. I work with other creators to talk about what they do. I mean, you get a little bit of everything. Today, we're going to do a BTS behind the scenes of how I shoot my videos. I figured the best way to actually hit this is actually start from how I started making these videos to, well, where I am now. Everything that I use now, everything that's in my videos, it didn't just happen overnight. This is things that I've accumulated over the time as I've grown, not only as a channel, but as a creator. And the gear that I've needed to be a professional, it's allowed me just to grow, plain and simple. So let me begin by saying that you don't need the fancy gear to make YouTube videos. You really don't. You can start however you want to do it. If you have a passion and you want to be a YouTuber, just start. Once you get the channel going, and everything else will fall into place later. All that matters is that you're creating the content that you want to make. My first camera, well, first thing I used was my phone. That's how I shot all of my first videos. Videos like this that you see here, everything was shot on an iPhone. Some of them I even included using a moment lens. And my tripod was a box. I didn't even have a tripod yet. I legit was only using a moment lens and an iPhone, and that's how I started making these videos. And then from there, it just slowly moved on to other things. So taking a look at this video right here that a lot of my friends like, I just got creative one day. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to make something. And this is what I ended up making with just my phone and a box. After doing it for a little while and seeing that I really enjoyed this as a passion, it was something I really wanted to do, I continued to just see how creative I can get. My family and friends started to see that, and then so my next thing that I got was actually a tripod. I didn't buy this. My in-laws had it laying around in the garage. They're like, hey, we're not using it. If you want it, take it. I was like, okay. And I know they got it at Best Buy, and I think they said they paid like 15 bucks for like a very basic tripod with like a little bit of a ball head type of thing. I mean, it was something. It's gear. Cool. It was cheap. It was for me, it was free. So I was like, why not? The only thing I wanted to get next was a light. And you've seen this in my other video previously, the M9. This was the very first light that I purchased. It was just something I needed to kind of light me a little bit. I would bounce it off something that was white just to get a little bit more of a fill. That was my professional light at the time. After that, it was a microphone. I got the Rode Video Micro, which I no longer have because I sold it to a friend of mine who was looking to start their videography channel as well. And you can see examples from here. Tripod, moment lens, iPhone, and a mic. Oh, and of course, the pocket light, which leads me to what I'm using now. I didn't get all this stuff that I'm about to show you all at once. It all just kind of happened over time as I got more gear. But the first thing that I got was, well, my Canon EOS R. This is my baby right here. This is my very first professional camera, I guess you could say. And I still just use the side monitor. I definitely plan on getting another monitor eventually because that'd be more for professional shoots that I'll be doing, but that's another video entirely. I promise everything that I mentioned to you guys, I'm always gonna end up talking about eventually, but yeah, yep, we'll get there. This is my main camera. And then this is, of course, the main lens that I'm using all the time, my 16-35 f2.8 EF. It's on an EF mount, and I use the, what's the adapter, I guess, for this lens, whichever, blah. Peak Design tripod, and then this key light right here is my Aperture 120D Mark II, which is on a impact stand. And I leave it here so I can see my levels for my lighting right there. And then I finally got a C-stand, which I use to hold my Video Micro Rode mic, which is connected to a Video mic wireless lav. And then there's a receiver on top, just makes it less cables to have to worry about. And yeah, that's my current setup. Now, do you need all this professional stuff to make videos? Absolutely not. I just got it because these were things I needed. The camera body was my first big purchase, and then I got a lens on sale from a friend of mine who wasn't using it anymore. That's how you're gonna get some of your stuff sometimes. If you just network with people, hey, they have old gear they're not using, and you kind of pay it forward later on down the road. If I'm not using something and I let someone have it or sell it to them at a cheaper price just to kind of get them started, I mean, that's what you do. So with my camera, my new lens, I was able to get more jobs and actually build up enough funds to purchase another lens, and that led to me purchasing another tripod, which led to me purchasing a gimbal because I needed it for wedding videos. And then from there, I was able to purchase the light because I needed it for a lot more sit down type of things like this, and I needed it for more professional shoots. So it all just snowballed effect. I didn't just magically get all this money and buy everything all at once. I wish that was the case, but it definitely was not. Trust me, if funds were unlimited, I would have a lot more things. I probably wouldn't be filming on this one. I may be filming on another video camera. I mean, possibilities are endless if money is endless, but it's not. You know, you have to build up to the things that you want to get. As far as gear goes, that's what I use to film my videos. Beyond that, the next best thing I can tell you to buy is a journal and a pen, something that you feel is gonna be worth value. The reason why I say something valuable is because I know this pen, I love this pen. You've probably seen it in multiple videos and multiple photos of mine on my Instagram, which if you haven't checked it out, link right here. I love this pen because I know I'm always gonna carry it with me. I use this pen for ideas. I use this pen for signing contracts. I mean, this pen is just important. It adds significance to the things that I write. That sounds silly, but it surprisingly works. I don't know why. I can't tell you the science behind it, but for me, it works. Maybe it works differently for you, but for me, it works. Journal, because it's a good place to keep your notes. This journal specifically is from Little King Goods. I send a notebook to, and I have refills for it, but I put ideas in here. I write down what I'm gonna do for a script if I need one, client information. It's a good way to keep track of things and keep track of ideas. And if I have an idea of something, I know if it's in this journal, it's eventually something I'm gonna work on. And then what I also do at the end of every page, I always put on goals on there, what my goals are for maybe that month. If it's something that if I go through a journal really quick, it's a monthly goal, but I do always have my yearly goal and then a 5-year goal, just because it's something I know I want to work towards. And I've happily and proud to say that I've checked off a few of those things because I stay true to myself because of it. From how I first started to where I am now with all this other additional gear, which it's probably not going to stop at the rate things are going, which thank God, I feel very blessed to be able to say that. Just start, guys. You have an iPhone, just start. If that's what you want to do, if this is something you really enjoy, whether it's professional, whether it's just doing something for makeup tutorials, which one of my friends does and she does great at that, then do it. Well, that's it for this one, guys. As always, leave a comment so I can get to know you. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when we make new videos. Oh, and of course, as I said in the beginning, subscribe. Come hang out with me. All right, till next time.